It is 8:10 in the morning, which is really not that early, but I went to bed late last night, so I tried to get as much sleep as I could. But as you know, we are doing a That Girl vlog today, so I don't know if you know what the definition of That Girl is. So if you go on Google and look up That Girl definition, That Girl is a social media lifestyle trend that refers to women who prioritize wellness, productivity, beauty, and mindfulness. With that being in mind, we're going to be the extra That Girl today. It's basically the girl that does everything, does it all, does all the health, beauty, wellness stuff that you would idealistically like to do on the regular, but it just seems a little bit too overwhelming to do regularly. So let's start by getting my hair tamed. Got a major bedhead this morning. We're just gonna start off by sleeking back our hair because the first thing I would like to do today is go for a jog at the park, which is something that I do often, but not every day. But since it's a That Girl day, we're doing it today. We're also gonna do a little bit of skincare before we go out since it is sunny, it's starting to be summer. So real quickly, this is the trio I'm about to use. I'm gonna tone, do a light moisturizer, and then this sunscreen. But before we get started on the skincare, I'm gonna brush my teeth real quick. I don't know if you know this, but it is best to brush your teeth before you do your skincare because when you're brushing your teeth, sometimes like toothpaste and stuff and spit drips down the side of your mouth and it can cause breakouts. By the way, if you don't use a tongue scraper, I would highly recommend, I'm not gonna show myself using it because that's kind of gross, but it is just the next step that makes your mouth feel so clean. I just got this one off of Amazon years ago. I've literally had it for like 6 years. I almost forgot to take off my pimple patch. Ouch. This toner is so moisturizing. That's like the one thing I do notice the difference between this toner and other toners. It's just so hydrating. It's the rice toner from iFrom. Can be found on Amazon. I feel like this Good Molecules moisturizer is the perfect lightweight moisturizer. It's definitely not a good heavy cream by any means, but it's good when you just want a light layer of lotion. Which while I'm jogging out in the sun, I'm not necessarily trying to put a heavyweight lotion on, especially an expensive cream like the Drunk Elephant creams, because I'm about to sweat. And I don't want a bunch of heavy creams sweating off. I just kind of want to lightly moisturize myself so I don't look dry. But the Super Goop is a must. I love the texture of the Super Goop. It just makes your face feel so good. It quite literally is a primer. And the last step, of course, is the Laneige lip mask. I really hate having dry lips when I jog, so. Okay, our skin and hair is all prepped. Let's get a workout outfit on. I think you guys already know that I'm wearing Halara. I just got that big package from them and I love every single thing in it. Like, these tops are incredible. They're so cute with their straps. The shorts, let's get these on. I don't know if you can see the outfit that I've picked out, but I picked out these cute teal running shorts and this white tank, but I don't know if you can see the back of the tank. Some simple white socks. Alright, so I'm going to get my running shoes on and then we're going to switch over to my iPhone for the outside of the house footage. It is now 10:23. That took me a little while because I did go to the grocery store afterwards and got myself a green juice just because I feel I'm not like starving for breakfast, and I also know that I'm not I'm not a food account, so I'm not trying to record all my healthy girl meals today. But I do know that that girl is notorious for green drinks or healthy food in general, so I wanted to grab something. And I also ran by Dollar Tree, or Dollar General I think it was, to get some organizers for our bathroom. I love Dollar General's organizers. They just have these really cheap, clear acrylic organizers. They are amazing. Right now, the afternoon plan is to journal. And then after I journal, I have a book that I really want to finish. And I also really like to tan outside today because it's a really pretty day and I'm trying to work on my tan before we go on a beach vacation. And if we have some time, I might go by the library and get another book, but I don't think I'll have time for that since it's already 10:30 and I just have a feeling that this day is going to go by a lot faster than I expected to. And finally, after we shower and all that, I want to go through my sticky notes on my desk and kind of update them because they're like ongoing to-do list and just like planning. So I feel like that's a very productive thing to do at the end of the day. So let's get on with it. Okay, so I'm about to read my book. This is called Between Shades of Grey. I'm almost done with it. We just have a little bit left to go. I would normally shower by now, but I am planning on tanning outside and putting on a bunch of sunscreen and getting all sweaty, so I'm really just gonna shower after I do that. I normally don't like talking about books just because I'm like, you know, if you're a reader, you're a reader, so you might have read this. If you've read it, let me know. But it's definitely not a feel-good book if you're looking for like a sweet escape. It's not that. It's more of like a scary escape, but it does make you more grateful for your reality because this is like a very scary, you know, version of reality, you know what I'm saying? So if you know, you know. If you've read it, you know. So hopefully I'm not crying by the end of this because this has kind of been a very emotional book. I will get with you guys when I'm putting on my bikini. This is the bikini of the day. It is a black bow bikini. I love their bikinis. They're so high quality and her designs are all stunning. Like I've never like looked at a swimsuit brand and been like, wow, I want every single one of them, but I really want every single one of her bikinis because they're all so flawless. I just am in love. On another note, I am ready to go outside and get some sun because that book was really sad. I did shed a few tears and it's also cold in here, so I'm ready to go out in the warm sun. So I am back inside. It is really hot out there. I was out there for about an hour and I just came back inside and filled up my huge water bottle and I've been drinking, trying to rehydrate and cool down. I think I'm just now getting to a point where I'm not dripping sweat and super red anymore. So I'm gonna drink a good bit of this and then I'm gonna shower. Then once I'm done showering, we're going to get into planning. It's about 3:14 now, so we're kind of getting into the end of the day. Of course, we'll be starting our shower off with the Mindset Mentor. He is my favorite podcast, so I listen to it every single day when I'm in the shower. Once I get out of the shower, I'm going to start with my skincare routine. I'm starting off with the Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum, and I'm just going to put that all over underneath my regular skincare, which my regular skincare starts off with the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. I usually use about a pump and a half to try to conserve because I feel like 2 pumps is just a little too much, but I am just obsessed with this face cream. It is one of the best. Next, we're going to put on more of that Laneige lip mask. It's definitely my favorite. I just love the little applicator it comes with and it just gives the prettiest, glossiest pout. It's the perfect lip product. This next product is perfect when you're not wearing any makeup but you want a bright under eye. It's the First Aid Beauty Under Eye Cream and it just has this glow to it. It is so pretty and it kind of makes you look more awake and glowy when you don't have any makeup on. And the final step is my most recent obsession. It is the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Make sure you shake it before using, but it is the most satisfying facial mist. So I'm kind of curious since I'm not going anywhere tonight, and usually I'll just let my hair air dry on days that I'm not going anywhere or doing anything. But I was thinking, since usually when I style it with heat, to get my bangs the way I've been liking them recently, I've been using one of these. So I'm wondering, just curious, what they'll do in this roller if I air dry them instead of using heat. Since I'm not going anywhere and have nothing to lose, might as well experiment, you know? And that way, if it works, kind of, I can do it like on more casual days and not burn my hair all the time. And the rest of my hair, I'm just gonna let it do what it wants to do and see how it looks. If you're curious about the containers that I mentioned that I got from Dollar General, this is what I did with them. They're just cute little square ones. I have one rectangular one. You'll see that in a second. But I feel like I could use something else up here for my like lip pencils. In the next drawer, I have a rectangular one for my contact stuff. And I feel like I could get one more of those rectangular ones for the glasses and my hairbrush just to make it look cohesive. Up here, I have my hair clip, and this is what I clean my hairdryer brush with. And then that's my menstrual cup and a headband for when I wash my face. Okay, last but not least, let's do a little planning. So I wanted to update each of the sticky notes. They each have different topics, and this organization system works for me. It can give you some ideas, but I just love sticky notes. I got a cute little pastel set from Walmart, and I like using like different colors for different things, different lists, so it just looks cute on the desk too, and I'm always seeing them, and it's easy to cross off or complete. So let's go ahead and get started. The first sticky note is kind of a overall like house chore list that I want to get done in the next month. So basically big house chores that I'm not doing weekly. And things that I do weekly, I always vacuum the whole house, mop the whole house. By that I mean Swiffer. I'll clean like the toilets and the sinks and, you know, do all that type of like maintenance stuff weekly. And you'll see the kind of like deep cleaning stuff that I put on this sticky note, and that it kind of stays here. So I'm like, okay, if I have extra time, I can be like, okay, I'll do this. Okay, so far for the list, I have organizing our closet because I desperately need to go through all of our clothes. I need to get rid of some of mine and just refold everything and make it all organized again. So, because right now it's just kind of, you know how things get after a while of like not deep cleaning them. And I feel like your closet is something that you should at least do once a year because you're constantly getting new clothes and stuff. So cleaning the stove is next on the list, and we do maintenance cleaning when we cook on it and stuff, but it is a gas stove, so it has those cast iron grates, so I like oiling those down and making those nice and black again and clean. And also just like deep cleaning everything in the stove. Next is deep cleaning the shower. I like to, you know, deep clean the shower obviously once every so often. We have tile shower, so it's a little bit more scrub. And lastly, I have wiping down all of our mirrors. And I know that sounds kind of like a weird big household task, but we have a lot of mirrors in this house, like a lot of decorative mirrors. And I left a little room at the bottom just in case anything else pops up that I want to add to the list. So the next list is the gardening list. So we have a lot of plants at our house, in our house, everywhere. They're everywhere. So I water the indoor plants twice a week, and it's not necessarily that they all get water every, you know, time I'm watering the plants, but I kind of like know the plants and I just kind of like check on them. And now that it is summer or approaching summer, we have our outdoor garden beds and we're growing a bunch of veggies and fruit. So they require daily watering, and maybe we'll do that at the very end of this vlog. I'll show you like me watering the plants outside. But if you know anything about gardening, you'll know that there are constantly things you have to do maintenance-wise for plants, like fertilizing and repotting and cleaning and, you know, just all sorts of things. So let's update this list. So for this list, I have cleaning our peace lily, which the peace lily in my office, it just has some like buildup around the bottom of the water catching tray at the bottom. So I just want to like maybe repot that peace lily, give it some fertilizer, and clean the pot at the bottom. I need to get stakes for our green beans in the garden because they're starting to get really big and I feel like they're going to need something. And finally, we need to plant the asparagus and shallots. We got asparagus seeds and shallot seeds, but we kind of ran out of garden bed space, so I have to find somewhere in our yard to plant them or just test it out. I don't know, but asparagus do come back, so I'm gonna have to really plan that. The next list is just some content ideas, and I don't really need to change this list because I haven't really had a chance to do any of these, and I'm just constantly making content ideas, so this one I'm just gonna leave. Same with my spring bucket list. I feel like this is good to stay because it's still kind of like actively in the motion. It's like a spring summer bucket list. I just wrote spring because I made it in spring, but I have yard sales, farmers market, strawberry picking, and maybe having a garden party. I don't know, that sounds fun, you know, where you invite a bunch of girls and they all get dressed up in their dresses and stuff. I just feel like that would be so cute. But I have been to the farmer's market like twice. So it's been raining a lot of Saturdays. The next sticky is also good because that is just friendship date reminders, and a lot of my friends have been busy recently. So I haven't really had a chance to complete any of these or do any of these making plans, which is fine with me. I've had a busy month anyway. And I did do a lot of social stuff too. There's been a lot of birthdays and events and graduations and stuff. So honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think any more of these stickies need to be updated. It's just my top two that usually need to be updated more often because those are like the main things going on, but the other ones are just more running list. The next one is my YouTube ideas sticky, and I did just recently update that because I needed to. So that one's already done, but I'm not going to tell you them all because I want it to be surprised. The next sticky is just things that I have to do for like Instagram and YouTube that are just bigger things, but I'm not quite, you know, to a point where I feel like I need to do them yet. And the last sticky is just a funny little reminder for myself. It's the font that I use on my YouTube videos to stay consistent. So I don't want to like accidentally use like a different font, and sometimes like, you know, if I have to like update my program, it won't show me my most recently viewed font or used font. So I have it written down at like easy access when I'm editing. That's my little sticky collection over here if you're ever wondering. All right, let's do the big reveal. This is kind of just my hair, frizzy and wavy. It's pretty dry at this point. Let's see if heat is necessary. It's a little crunchy. Oh, that's actually better results than I thought. Good to know. I can totally style my bangs without heat. Oh, that looks perfect for like a ponytail. Oh. Wow, I'm really impressed. Cool. As promised, here are a few clips of me watering the garden at the end of the day. It doesn't look like much right now since the majority of them are just seedlings that are hardly popping through the soil, so you can't really see them. But this is our blueberry bush, which it does have blueberries on it right now, which is super exciting. And we also have a raspberry bush right there, and a lime tree right beside it that's kind of dead, and a fig tree that's doing really well. So that's really exciting. And we also have a bunch of peach trees, like a bunch of peach trees. So hopefully we get a bunch of peaches. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.